Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of a majestic mountain range, there lived a young man named Akio. Akio possessed a gentle heart and a curious mind, but he was burdened by a profound fear that gripped his soul. This fear had woven its tendrils into every aspect of his life, limiting his potential and hindering his happiness. One day, word spread throughout the village of an esteemed master who resided high up in the mountains. It was said that this master possessed profound wisdom and had the ability to help people overcome their deepest fears. Driven by a desperate longing to free himself from the shackles of fear, Akio decided to embark on a journey to seek the master's guidance. The ascent up the treacherous mountain was arduous and filled with obstacles, but Akio's determination pushed him forward, and after days of perseverance, he arrived at the master's humble abode. The master, an old man with kind eyes, welcomed Akio with a warm smile. Sensing the young man's restlessness, he invited Akio to sit beside him. The master began to speak in a calm, soothing voice, sharing stories and teachings that had been passed down through generations. Life is a journey filled with both light and shadow, the master said. Fear is but a natural companion on this journey. It is not the absence of fear that brings true liberation, but rather the understanding and transcendence of it. Akio listened intently, his heart open to the wisdom the master was imparting. The master continued, "To overcome fear, one must first confront it. It is through facing our fears head-on that we find the strength to transcend them. Only then can we truly discover the vast reservoirs of courage that lie within." The young man nodded, his eyes shining with newfound hope. He shared his own fears with the master, revealing the depths of his insecurities and anxieties. With great compassion, the master listened, understanding the weight that these fears had placed upon Akio's shoulders. The master then revealed a plan to help Akio conquer his fears. He instructed Akio to climb a towering peak on the mountain range, a peak notorious for its treacherous terrain and unforgiving storms. The journey would be perilous, but the master assured him that he would be waiting at the summit, ready to guide him through. Filled with a mix of excitement and trepidation, Akio set off on his ascent. The mountain tested him at every step, challenging his resolve and pushing him to his limits. Fear, like a dark cloud, loomed over him, threatening to consume him. But in those moments of intense struggle, Akio remembered the master's words. He understood that fear was not his enemy, but rather an opportunity for growth. With each step forward, he embraced his fear, acknowledging its presence and refusing to let it control him. After days of arduous climbing, Akio reached the summit, his heart pounding with exhilaration. There, just as promised, the master awaited him. The old man embraced Akio warmly, proud of the young man's courage and perseverance. As they sat on the mountaintop, overlooking the vast expanse below, the master spoke. "You have conquered the physical mountain, but the true mountain lies within. Fear is a companion we must learn to walk alongside, acknowledging its presence while forging ahead on our chosen path." Akio took these words to heart, understanding that fear was not something to be eliminated, but rather a teacher to be embraced. He realized that by confronting his fears head-on, he had discovered a wellspring of strength and resilience within himself. With newfound clarity and courage, Akio descended the mountain, carrying the wisdom of the master in his heart. He returned to his village, not as a man free of fear, but as a man who had learned to navigate its intricate landscape. From that day forward, Akio lived his life with a renewed sense of purpose. He pursued his passions with unwavering determination, understanding that fear was merely a signpost on the road to growth and fulfillment. As the years went by, Akio became a beacon of inspiration to others in the village. His story spread far and wide, touching the hearts of people who, like him, sought liberation from the grip of fear. He taught them that within each fear lay a hidden opportunity for transformation, and that by embracing their fears, they too could unlock their true potential. And so, the tale of Akio, the young man who conquered his fears, traveled through generations, serving as a reminder that fear is not an obstacle but a catalyst for personal growth. It teaches us to confront our limitations, discover our inner strength, and embrace the boundless possibilities that lie beyond the threshold of fear.